Hello friends, welcome to another episode of Business Matters. Today, I'll be discussing a very important topic. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Engineer Felix Nnamdi Onachukwu. I'm a business consultant, a business coach, and an entrepreneur. In today's topic, I'll be discussing the entrepreneur's mentality as startup. The entrepreneur's mentality as startup. Let me start with this quote by William Shakespeare in his book, The 12th Night. He said, "Be not afraid of greatness. Some men are born great. Some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. You can be who you want to be." Entrepreneur's mentality. I will start with an analogy. Every business as startup is like a baby, a new baby. The mother care we talk about is all about the time the mother pays attention to that new baby. Not everyone is qualified to carry the baby. Not everyone can just bath the baby. The baby cannot just eat any kind of food. Not every temperature is good for the baby. The mother keeps awake at night just to make sure that unwanted objects will not hurt the baby. The mother looks at the baby while the baby is asleep just to monitor the baby, check out the baby, check the body temperature, check the breathing, everything. The mother giving close observation. Let me come to you. That is how you describe a new business. You need to give it your time. You need to, first of all, tell yourself that I will succeed. All I need to do is to pay attention to this, making sure that I handle things myself. I don't leave it in the hands of amateurs. If you're not ready to give your business your time, please don't start. When I was young, and I hear people say, mind your business, I thought it was a word to harass someone. It's actually an advice. You need to mind that business. Give it all it takes. Give it all it requires. When that business, you are passionate about that business, even the family members will know. Because they will see you talk about it every day. Your friends will know. Once you come in the circle of friends, that is what the topic you want to discuss. That's your new idea that is eating you up. That's your new idea that occupies you. When you are starting a new business, the people you talk with will definitely change. You'll be communicating more with your customers and your staff, employees, if you have them. What do you take from them? You take the feedbacks. Very important to communicate with them. Take the feedbacks, both the positive and the negative feedbacks. You know, so many people will not want to take the negative feedbacks. They push it back to the person. Some people are so religious, they will say, it's not my portion. But you need the negative feedbacks. It will help to define what you want to do and to refine it for that height. So be ready for effective communication. Now, starting a business, there is what is called if you see your business as a project, in every project there is what is called time management. This is where Africans need to pay attention. Time management. Make sure every day you wake up, you plan your day on paper so that you don't get distracted. When you plan your day on paper, you set a target for yourself towards your new business. This is what I'm going to achieve today in my new business. This is what I'm going to do in my new business. If you don't do this, you get carried away and we want to diversify. I'm not saying that diversification is not good. Yeah, it opens you up to multiple streams of income. But you need to grow your business to maturity, like mothers, when they grow their children or their babies to maturity, the intensity of observation and making sure nobody else fiddle with the baby will begin to drop, will begin to wane. That's how you treat your new business. Treat that your new business like your baby. What diversification will do to you, it will get you distracted. You need to give that your new business a lot of time and get it to that maturity where you can now do other things. That maturity makes sure on the roadmap you have achieved what is called a support zone. So that even if that business is crashing, it comes to that support zone and it will not go beyond it. Consolidate and then add height, gain height. Then another thing is branding. Let me go back to mothers. Every child, every baby assumes the name given to him or her by the parents. The mother is the one at infancy that tells the people the name of the baby. So let's put it this way, the mother brands the child. So everybody calls the child what the mother calls him or her. You are the one to brand your business. What you call your business is what you publish that people call your business. The way you define it is the way the people say it. People know it by what you call it. So it's your duty to work hard and achieve this branding. Talking about entrepreneur's mentality, there's something I need to tell you. There's what we call never say never. For entrepreneurs, they don't take no easily. They don't accept no as an answer. You walk around it, you keep walking around it. Why? Entrepreneurs think differently. They see what others are not seeing. They see business where people are seeing pleasure. Entrepreneurs see differently. So, people may have to tell you, it will not work. It does not work. It did not work for this person. It did not work for the other person. Because they're not seeing what you're saying. So what do? Follow your passion. There is this story I heard recently about an entrepreneur. I guess it's good I tell that story because it will help you. It's a good description of the mentality of an entrepreneur. It's a story about a man who zoomed his name into the list of world billionaires. Eric Yuan. Eric Yuan is a Chinese American who in 1994, after listening to Bill Gates' speech in Japan, wanted to go to America to pursue his fortune. 8 times they denied him visa. On the 9th time, he landed in California. He got a good job with Webers, which after was acquired by Cisco. And there he was working as vice president engineering. One of the days he wanted to visit a friend. It was on a rail journey, that was on a train for 10 hours. And while he was on that train, he thought of, what can I do? Can I develop a software that will help video telephony? And he thought of video telephony software. He came back in 2011, he presented it to his company. They turned him down and said there is no space in that zone. And he felt, no, I know what I'm talking about. He resigned. So many people misunderstood him. Even the wife at a point was asking questions. How come you left your good job? The banks wouldn't bankroll it. Many friends were asking a lot of questions. And so many people told him it can't be done. Now, he couldn't give up that dream. Rather, what did he do? He started by changing his screensaver to that phrase, it can be done, while he was working. The essence was for him to get provoked, to work harder on that which he believed, that dream. He became a billionaire. with a net worth of over $10 billion just in a space of months on the back of the lockdown of COVID-19. He shot himself in that list. I'm talking about the highest shareholder or the co-founder of Zoom communication that everybody is using in the world. In a space of 6 months, he became a billionaire. That is the entrepreneur's mentality. In a space of 2 years, he was denied entry visa to America 8 times. I don't know what denial you've had in life that made you believe that you are not an entrepreneur. You are an entrepreneur. Sometime in 2009, when the business empire had grown to a height, came crashing on my head. It crashed to ground zero. One day I opened myself and I brought all my certificates, both the certificate for my engineering, my master's, and I felt I could get a job. And I went. I got a job as an ED in an oil downstream sector, a company in the oil downstream. And I spent only a few weeks. I resigned and went back to my business. And I'm grateful that I did, because nobody could have paid me or will be able to sort out some of those mess that the crash brought us into. I will tell you more of that story, the rise and fall and the rising again. Now, that is an entrepreneur. You will face one thing or the other. It's not going to be bed of roses. Now, entrepreneur's mentality does not engage on a linear movement. Rather, it goes sinusoidal, but the only thing is that it comes down, it goes up, it comes down, it goes up. Make sure it's pointing up and it's going up. That's why you have profit, loss, profit, loss, profit, loss. If it's going profit, loss, and zigzag this way, then you are in trouble. But when it's going profit, loss, and it's going up, then you are in business. Don't panic when you are facing such situation. I had these two people that were quite close to me. At some point in their life, they felt they have passion for school. They want to set up private school just to help the education environment in the country where I come from. They had this burden. They had this, passion, but they were afraid. Fear kept them for many years thinking of how I will start. How do I start? Who will fund it? They were struggling with this. But I can bet you today, after listening to this kind of talk, they made up their mind to go into that thing that they have passion for. And in Lagos, where they have these schools, their schools are rated among the top private schools. You can be what you want to be. All you need to do is to set up that mentality and never say no. Especially for those of you who started and had a setback. You can redefine yourself, you can track back and discover where you made all those mistakes, avoid those pitfalls, and you come to the height you aspire in life. I bet you come to the height you aspire in life. That's the only thing the coach will do for you, telling you that you can be what you want to be. So today, I'll be stopping here, hoping that you join in the subsequent episode that will come in, and I'm going to get down with the real thing. These are the preambles, something that will get you to start something. I know you have a lot of questions in your mind. Well, you have opportunity to ask those questions, and I'm here, I'm willing to coach, and I'm willing to answer those questions. But the next time I want to hear from you, let it be that you have started that business. Thank you. Join us. Business matters. It's a serious business. Thank you.